In a world that rewards loud voices and obvious displays, the power of silent attractiveness is still very strong but often ignored. Many people struggle with the desire to be noticed and appreciated without having to do anything. Self-promotion or making grand moves all the time. This common problem makes us wonder how to improve our social skills in a quiet but effective way. One answer is to learn about Stoicism, an old philosophy that teaches the virtue of restraint and the strength of quiet dignity. Stoicism gives us timeless advice on how to create a magnetic, real presence that doesn't need to shout to be felt. It teaches us that real attractiveness comes from having deep-seated confidence, well-developed character, and a way of life that values depth over show. This book talks about 10 smart ways to show this kind of silent attractiveness, such as improving your body language, expressing yourself through fashion, being funny, and showing kindness. Each strategy is meant to improve how others see you in a subtle but important way. These methods don't require you to change who you are. Instead, they bring out the best in you in ways that speak volumes without words. And now for a little challenge. Don't miss a single moment of this meaningful submission today. Not only will it help us keep making useful content, it will also help you. As you read each point, mark the start of your way to personal growth. Think about how incorporating these small but powerful changes can change how you connect with others and make you more socially attractive. Are you ready to learn more about the deep wisdom of Stoicism? Please leave a comment. If you're ready to begin your journey, don't share everything about yourself in the web of human interactions. Philosopher Socrates said that mystery is both a shield and a gentle magnet. Marcus Aurelius, a humble emperor, said, "Be like the primary. The waves keep breaking against it, but it stands firm and calms the stormy water around it." This metaphor does a great job of capturing the Stoic attitude to sharing personal information. Stay true to who you are and let the surface things go around you without giving it all away. Stoics value self-mastery, and one way to do that is to choose not to share everything about yourself. This strategic reserve is not about putting up walls, but about keeping an inner sanctum that is not easily disturbed by outside views. It's about taking charge of the narrative of your life. Sharing selectively earns you respect and sparks interest. This selective sharing boosts your allure and invites others to connect more deeply rather than casually. Take a look at a real-life example from modern business leaders. The COO of Facebook, Sheryl Sandberg, talks a lot about the power of being vulnerable, but she also keeps a strategic reserve that keeps her professional authority. She is the perfect example of measured transparency, showing her weaknesses in a way that doesn't make her less of a leader. Besides that, this selective sharing people will value your character more for how complicated they are when they know they are only seeing parts of your story. They will be drawn to the depth and stability that such self-control suggests, like a Stoic's calm. Sage in the middle of the world's chaos by adopting this calm approach. Not only do you keep your peace, but you also make yourself more attractive to others, making them want to learn more about you like they would want to read a good book. One page at a time. Number 2. Show who you are through fashion. Show who you are through fashion. Have you ever looked at every item of clothes in your closet? Stoic philosophy, which focuses on inner growth, might seem unrelated to fashion, but Marcus Aurelius once said, "The beauty of the body is a type of beauty more superficial than that derived from the condition of the soul." This makes us think about how our choices on the outside can reflect how we're feeling on the inside. Expressing yourself through fashion is more than just vanity. It's a way to show your values and personality without saying a word. It's a choice, just like the Stoic value of living with intention and being true to yourself. When you pick out an outfit, think of it as a chance to match your outward self with your inner beliefs. Functionality and simplicity being humble, or even brave. All of these things can show how strong you are. Think about how a well-chosen item or an outfit that is meant to be simple can say a lot about how much you value self-control and purpose. It's not just fashion, it's a way of life. Each item worn in public is chosen not for its looks, but for its story and meaning. These choices are in line with the stern dedication to being real and on purpose, turning the clothes you wear every day into a way to share your ideas. If your clothes could talk, what would they say about your journey and the values you hold dear? Would they show that you value practicality, natural fabrics, or a color palette that honors the somber beauty of nature? The choices you make about your style can become a sign of a life lived on purpose, according to Stoic virtues. When you go shopping next, I want you to think about this. Does your closet reflect your values? How do the clothes you wear show what you believe in? Leave your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below, and let's encourage each other to show our inner virtues through our clothes. Let's make every piece of clothing a statement of our enduring commitment to living a Stoic life. 3. Embrace authenticity. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the idea that one's actions should reflect their inner values. Epicurus famously said, "Don't just say you've read books, show that they have taught you to think better and make you a more thoughtful and critical person." This call to authentic living asks us to show our true selves in every part of our lives. In a world where social personas are often carefully crafted and surface level, how can you be sure that your actions match your true beliefs and intentions? Stoicism tells us that our thoughts should be based on reality. Speech and deeds that work together to make a persona that doesn't give in to the pressures of society. Being the same person in public and in private is very attractive because it's not often that people appreciate the real qualities you show, whether that's honesty, passion, integrity, or sincerity. Being your true self can be very freeing. Have you ever felt like being your true self made a relationship stronger or opened up new possibilities? New chances to think about how being authentic has changed the way you connect with others. To truly embrace authenticity, one must regularly engage in self-reflection. This Stoic practice not only helps you understand yourself better, but it also helps you make choices that are in line with your core values. It takes courage to be true to yourself in a world that often rewards conformity. Conformity. Remember that authenticity isn't just being honest with other people, it's also being honest with yourself. As you go through life, ask yourself, are my actions a true reflection of my beliefs? This isn't just a question, it's a call to action and a reminder that the purest form of attractiveness comes from a life lived honestly. Nonverbal communication has a quiet power that can change how people think and what happens, often more deeply than words can. This silent language is made up of things like body language, face expressions, posture, and even the distance between people who are talking. Mastering these cues can make it much easier for others to see and understand us. Now let's go deeper into this idea with our next focus, number 4. Improve how you communicate without speaking. Nonverbal communication includes a deep but silent conversation that goes on in every encounter. The Stoics, who stressed self-control and awareness, knew how powerful these silent signals could be. Someone once said, "Even when a person is silent, they speak," which shows how our body language affects those around us. By improving our nonverbal cues, we can often have a bigger effect on how others see and react to us than through words alone. Facial expressions are probably the most immediate and powerful form of nonverbal communication. A nice smile. Many feelings and goals can be communicated through a raised eyebrow or a small frown, often without using words. Think about how often a simple smile or a serious look made you feel better. These words and phrases are universal signals, can help people understand or not understand each other, based on how they are interpreted. Gestures are also very important. For example, a nod can mean agree or pause or attention. These body language cues help us make our points clear and show seriousness or urgency, but differences in how people from different cultures use their bodies can cause misunderstandings. Bringing up how important it is to be culturally aware when improving our behavioral skills. The way you stand and sit can also tell you a lot. An open stance or a straight back can show confidence and an openness that invites conversation, while crossed arms or a slouched back could say lack of interest or defensiveness. What do you do when you have to stand or sit during important talks? Thinking about and changing your posture can have a huge impact on how you connect with others. Think about how leaders are often rated not only on the choices they make, but also on how they act in a crisis. When a leader stays calm in a tense situation, they show stability and reassurance, which is similar to Stoic resolve. People are often seen as more charismatic and approachable when they use controlled and thoughtful gestures in everyday life. By improving our nonverbal communication, we not only become better communicators, but also more empathetic and effective in our interactions. By getting better at reading and using these silent cues, we make a deeper connection with those around us, making it possible for connections to be deeper and more useful. Number 5. When you're about to criticize someone, ask yourself this question. Which of my flaws is most like the one I'm about to criticize? This question from the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius makes us think about how we act before we judge others. It shows how important it is to be self-aware and kind in our relationships. Foundational parts of proper manners in a society prone to snap decisions and caustic responses, mindful manners that you follow every time can help you stand out and change things. Look at the example of former U.S. President Barack Obama. He was known for staying calm and respectful, even when he was under a lot of pressure. Obama was always polite and considerate in his interactions, which made him more likable and set a standard for diplomatic behavior. Behavior around the world. His method shows how deep-seated manners can raise a person's status and influence in any situation. Why is it that people who are so polite tend to leave the strongest impressions? How can following some of Obama's ways of being polite and respectful make your interactions and disagreements better? Today, think about these questions, and please share your ideas or personal stories in the sections below. Being polite isn't just an old set of rules. It's a strategy for building relationships and communicating effectively. When you treat others with respect and attention, you set yourself apart in a world where common courtesy is often overlooked. Your dedication to etiquette not only improves your personal interactions, but it also sets a standard that can positively affect others. As we go about our daily lives, let us remember that the quiet strength of politeness is a profound force for change and connection before we move on to the 6th strategy. Please accept my sincere thanks for coming with me to this stop. Your appearance here shows how determined you are to use Stoic strategies to improve your life. Now, let's move on to the next 5 strategies on this journey. Number 6. Create cultural literacy. How can learning about the different cultures of the world help us connect with each other? Cultural literacy is more than just noticing the differences between people. It means really knowing and appreciating the different ways people around the world live and think. In this understanding encourages empathy and respect, which are important in both personal and professional interactions. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who was a slave before he was freed, often talked about how important it is to understand and adapt to one's surroundings. He taught that if you want to be a writer, you have to write. This can also be applied to cultural literacy. If you want to understand another culture, you have to immerse yourself in it. Stress how important it is to interact directly with people from different cultures in order to fully understand their unique traits and points of view. Why is this important in today's interconnected world? Because globalization has brought us closer together. The ability to handle cultural differences can determine the success of international partnerships, talks, and exchanges in everyday life. Understanding other cultures is important for avoiding misunderstandings and opens up new opportunities. By actively learning about other cultures through books, movies, trips, and conversations, we give ourselves the tools we need. Cultural literacy gives us the skills to connect more effectively and empathetically with people from all walks of life. This development not only makes our personal lives better, but it also makes us better at our jobs in a globalized economy. Having a better understanding of other cultures can change how you talk to people from other places and make you more appealing as a flexible and wise person. Think about this as you make plans to learn more about other cultures. Number 7 of Horizons, evoke intrigue with sense. Evoke intrigue with sense. This approach emphasizes the strong but often overlooked impact that smell has on interactions and first impressions, while Stoicism focuses on inner virtues. Epicus tells us that we shouldn't ignore how we look on the outside. Know who you are first, and then what you want to say. Adorn yourself accordingly. This advice perfectly captures the idea of using fragrance as a deliberate, careful way to show who you are. There's no denying that smell has the power to make us feel things and bring back memories, lasting impressions that are often stronger than words or pictures. For example, the famous Coco Chanel once said, "A woman who doesn't wear perfume has no future." Chanel No. 5, which is probably the most famous perfume in history, was made by her and is still seen as a sign of sophistication and elegance around the world. It shows how a person's choice of smell can say a lot about who they are and what they like. How does your scent smell? What kind of personality do you want to project? Do you want to give off an air of freshness and energy with citrus notes, or an air of mystery and depth with musky undertones? Think about the senses that you enjoy and what they might be telling people around you. Use this form of nonverbal communication at your next business meeting or social event. Try out different scents that match parts of your personality that you want to bring out. Watch how the different senses affect interactions and how people see you. Do people stay longer, seem more interested, or comment on how confident you seem? Picking the right scent can be a subtle but effective way to add interest and improve your personal story. It lets others into your space and encourages them to explore your identity through scent. I think this physical dimension should be an important part of your social strategy because it can make your interactions more interesting and leave a lasting impression on the people you meet. Number 8, being kind and music. Being compassionate and empathetic is not only morally good, it can also change people's lives. These traits come from Stoic thought and remind us of Marcus Aurelius's counsel. When you're about to criticize someone, ask yourself this: what mistake do I make that is most like the one I'm about to attack in this self-reflective stance? Helps people understand and connect with each other deeply, bringing together different feelings and events. When you have empathy, you put yourself in someone else's shoes, see things from their point of view, and feel what they're feeling. When you have compassion, you not only understand someone else's pain, but you also try to make it better. These are not passive traits. They are active commitments to the welfare of others that reflect the Stoic ideal of contributing positively to the community. In practice, these virtues make someone irresistibly attractive because they embody a rare selflessness that brings people closer together and builds deeper, more meaningful relationships. Think about a time when someone's empathy made a big difference in your life. It could have been a friend who listened carefully without passing judgment during a tough time, or a leader who acted quickly to solve a community problem. These interactions probably made you respect and like them more. How can you develop these traits in your own interactions? Start by paying more attention when others are talking and saying less. Offer to help when it's needed without expecting anything in return. By doing this, you will not only improve your own character, but you will also become a source of warmth and understanding in your social circle. We want to know what you think about this subject. Have you used compassion and understanding in your daily life? Please share your thoughts in the section number 9, Take Care of Yourself. Taking care of yourself is an important part of having a full and attractive life. The Stoic principle, which was stated by Epictetus that no man is free who is not master of himself, shows how important it is to be in charge of your own life through self-care. This includes not only a holistic approach to one's lifestyle, includes not only physical health but also mental and emotional well-being. Self-care is an act of self-respect that shows others that you value your own well-being. This outward display of self-respect can be very attractive to others because it shows that you are committed to staying your best. Take Oprah Winfrey as an example. Her public talks about her mental and physical health have inspired millions. Her willingness to talk about and take care of her own health shows strength and honesty, which makes her more attractive and influential. Think about times when you took good care of yourself. It could have been a coworker who always seemed interested and energized because they made sure they got enough sleep and ate well. Or it could have been a friend whose mental and emotional balance was always kept by regular therapy and meditation. What can you do to improve the way you take care of yourself? Taking care of yourself in any way, like watching what you eat, working out more, or spending time on your mental health, makes you look and feel better. Self-care makes your life better and also makes it better for others to see and interact with you. It supports the Stoic idea that personal well-being is important not only for oneself, but also for all social relations. Number 10. Accept jokes. Laughter is a great way to bring people together, ease tension, and build trust. It also helps us approach tough situations with a lighter heart and a more open mind. For these reasons, accepting humor is a timeless strategy that not only improves social interactions, but also fits with Stoic resilience. Stoics, like Seneca, often used humor to lighten the load of life, showing that laughing can be a form of philosophical practice. Seneca wrote that it is better for a man to laugh at life than to be sad about it. This suggests that finding humor in our everyday experiences is not only therapeutic, but also a reflection of deep wisdom and understanding. For example, leaders who use humor well seem more approachable and relatable. Their ability to bring humor into important situations can change a place so that it's better for working together and being creative. Besides that, humor shows a level of human understanding and intelligence that is very attractive. It shows how well someone can see irony, accept that life is unpredictable, and connect with others on a level that is generally human. Think about times when someone's funny take on a tough situation made it easier to handle or helped you see it in a new way. What role does humor play in the way you talk to people? Do you find that laughing with someone changes the way you talk or interact with them? Think about the power of humor in your life and how using it thoughtfully can make your relationships better. We've reached the end of our Stoic self-discovery journey after reaching 10 milestones. Today, by embracing the 10 Stoic strategies to become silently attractive, we discover the subtle yet powerful ways to improve our presence and deepen our connections. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't waste any more time arguing about what a good man should be one." Let this wisdom guide you as you improve your demeanor, show empathy, and be yourself. If you follow these rules consistently, you will not only look better, but every relationship in your life will also improve. Start today, because the quiet display of virtue is the loudest form of attractiveness. If you found this conversation deep and useful, please click the like button. Leave a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to share these deep philosophical ideas with everyone you know. If you're new, click the subscribe button to get more deep Stoicism lessons that will help you grow. We'll see you in the next video.